Welcome to Guitar Town. So it's going to look a little different because I'm actually got smart and taping one of these in the daytime. It still won't be perfect. I don't have any kind of studio lights, and this is all natural light today, and I think it works a little bit better. You may see a flare or two, but you'll be able to see some of the detail better. Maybe I'll get better gear for this somewhere down the line, but just kind of this is what I got, so this is what I'm doing. So we started out with the size 1 Martin, and you will see Gibson guitars. I've got a lot of Gibson acoustics, and you will see them. I've got Gibson electrics, I got Fender electrics, I got Gretsch electrics, I got over 140 instruments. I'm actually in the process of counting them right now, trying to figure out what I got. So it brings us up, I said it starts at size 1, and the sizes start going down 1 through 5. Actually, there was a size 7 I mentioned earlier, but I have no personal evidence of that. I've never seen one. I just saw it in Martin Records. I've been asking around about that. Might be one in the Martin Museum, but I haven't been there in a while, and I didn't know as much the last time I saw the Martin Museum as I know now. A lot of knowledge a little bit of knowledge can take you down a lot of rabbit holes. So that brings us, when the sizes started to go up, then they had to come up with a new designation because they'd used the numbers to go down to size 5 and to size 7 from size 1. So when they went up, they went to 0, or actually, and I never heard it said any other way till relatively recently, aught, O-U-G-H-T, which is just an old school way of saying 0. So I always heard single aught, double aught, triple aught Martin all my life until pretty recent. Triple O, I've been hearing in recent years because, it's one of those things that change. There's a lot of controversy about the title of my second album, Exit Zero. When I get over to Europe, they want to say Exit Z, which is the same thing, but it just doesn't have the same ring to it. And I insisted on putting the sign on there instead of writing out 0, and I've been suffering for it ever since. So we've been seeing a lot of 19th century guitars. So and I think size 0 starts in the 1870s. This is an 1870s 028 that I've owned for a while. It was the second 19th century guitar that I acquired. I bought it from Matt Umanoff. It has it's style 28. It has I guess it's size 20. You know what? I think about this. It's not. Oh no, it is. It does. It has the herringbone around the outside edge. It wasn't around the sound hole in those days. So I'm pretty sure this is style 28. I'm sure some expert out there might correct me, but let's look at it a little bit. It's got that's these complicated kind of double lines, and then the 2 wide white lines around the sound hole, the herringbone around the binding, and that's a style 28 thing. It's rosewood. Everything was rosewood at this point, pretty much. This is the 1870s. I don't know of any mahogany guitars from this early. I think that starts later. Somebody will probably correct me with that. White binding on the back and the front, so it's double bound. Now look, this is a style 28 guitar. Really, really beautiful rosewood. It's actually a little more figured than style 28 rosewood is a lot of times, because sometimes it's grained super, super straight, and it is on the back. And this is kind of, another feature. This is a little more figured than most style 28 is. Most 28. What was attractive to Martin, I think, was the straighter grain rosewood in the 19th century and afterwards. Ivory friction pegs. No, I did not kill the elephant. And right there, we saw the remnants of one of these on an earlier, the 1870s guitar, and that was this. That's a strap pin on the headstock, is where it is, and it's there's a stamp. Let's see, what does this one say? I'll show it to you if I can read it. Oh yeah, it says C.F. Martin, New York. Now this guitar was built in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, just as Martin guitars are today. But on the inside, it also says New York. I don't have enough light to show you the inside of the guitar. I need to remedy that if I'm gonna have a guitar nerd show it later. But this guitar was built for gut strings. Friction pegs are interesting because they're like. I showed you some guitars that were made much later, and I own guitars made much later with friction pegs. Professional musicians preferred friction pegs for a long time. Violins had them. I don't know whether it was about the tone or whether they thought that they were more accurate. They were just suspicious of the newfangled gadget. But They kept friction pegs as an option on Martin guitars well into the 20th century. This is a really good guitar, and I wrestled it into tune. But I felt like it was for something to play. I'm gonna go with a golden era, as they say, Martin guitar that I own, and one of the best guitars I own, and one that I've used on a lot of records that you've heard. And that's this. This is an 021. Now I collect Style 21 guitars just because I like them. They're a little plainer than 21s. They're really pretty rosewood. You know, the difference would be, let's see. We'll go to, you can see, rosewood's not, you know, it's got a little, it's not quite as straight. It's a little plainer. It's still got herringbone at this point. That goes away after the war on Style 21. The fretboard is ebony, which that becomes rosewood after the war. When I had my artist guitar done as a Style 21 guitar with post-war specs, George Green looked at it and said, that's a beautiful guitar, but I would have gone with pre-war specs. And I think he might be right. I like them both. The back stripe it's really pretty rosewood. But this guitar, I've used on several things. I did buy it from George. 1931 021. And I used it, I know I used it on two songs on I'll Never Get Out This World Alive. I used it on Every Part of Me, and I used it on God Is God. So let's see. I gotta pick one now. I guess I'll go with I love you with all my heart, all my soul, every part of me. It's all I can do to mark where you start and where I end, you see. Labored long in my travails, left a trail of tears behind me. Been in love so many times, didn't think this kind would ever find me. I love you with everything, all my weakness, all my strength. I can't promise anything except that my last breath will bear your name. When I'm gone, they'll sing a song about a lonely fool who wandered around the world and back again. But in the end, they finally found her. I love you with all my heart, all my soul, every part of me. Across the universe I'll spin until the end, and then I wonder if we should get another chance. Could I have that dance forever under a double moon, scarlet star shining down on where you are? I'd love you with all my heart, all my soul, every part of me. 1931, Martin 021, and 028 from somewhere in the 1870s. See y'all.